Raggedy needed to be slapped. So much happened in so little time. Dodie got bricks stuffed up in her jaw. Where was Ginger Raggedy's self at?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about As Told by Ginger. Yes, the cartoon that creeped me out as a kid and still to this day because the characters are drawn hideously worse than Courage the Cowardly Dog. But one of you guys on here, one of my iconic subscribers and followers on Threads, requested an As Told by Ginger video in the rewatch series. So here we are. Because y'all know my favorite cartoons are more loud, obnoxious, crazy things are happening, so regular show SpongeBob, that's my jam. But growing up, I did watch As Told by Ginger here and there, you know, when nothing else was on. And also I had older sisters, so they would watch As Told by Ginger. So let's get into this video. And as you know, I got my notes as I was rewatching the episode. I had to write my notes. Because hi, my name is Chris Saz. I'm a YA contemporary fantasy author and the creator of my own indie comedy mystery cartoon, WKS. The pilot's out now. Go check that out and then come back here. So I just picked a random episode of As Told by Ginger to watch, and it's called About Face. That's what we're gonna be discussing today. So if you need a refresher, I got you. And if you've never seen the show but you love watching my cartoon analysis videos, then I got you too. Let me give you a brief summary of the episode, because first it starts off with Dodie mama getting a call saying, oh, you got the job at Dodie's school where Ginger and all them go. You got the job as the home economics teacher. Dodie crashing out with Ginger and that one friend. They ain't never said that friend name. What is that little girl name? Anyway, Dodie's devastated, saying, oh my gosh, this is so uncool. My mom's gonna be teaching at my school. Mind you, they are in middle school, so these are very touchy adolescent years. Dodie's like, my mom's gonna humiliate me by acting like a total crab at school. Mind you, I don't know who used to say crab. Like, is crab? I ain't never heard that besides crabs. I mean, then the episode cuts to a kid named Carl, which is Ginger's brother, which took me a little bit to catch on, but I caught on, yeah. He's helping this guy named Mr. Dave shop for a ring to propose to Ginger and Carl's mama. Carl tries on a ring and boom, it gets stuck, so they have to buy it. Then it cuts to a little blonde boy looking like Draco Malfoy talking about, I gotta get my revenge on Carl for reasons unbeknownst to me. Dave and Carl get in the car and Dave's freaking out. Dave's real antsy. Dave be on edge a lot. He must have anxiety. Carl reassures him though, let's get some butter. This ring will slip right off my finger, then you can propose to my mom. But then Dave reveals, I'm not just worried about this ring, I'm worried about your mother meeting my mother. Because he's like, she has to meet my mom in order for me to propose to her. Cut to Dodie at school on her mom's first day working there, and her mom dressed real like wanna be cool. Very concerning. And she's cracking jokes with the popular kids, and Dodie overhears her laugh like, I know that hyena laugh anywhere. Her own mama brushed her off, and then Dodie was like, this is so embarrassing, HTBT. Then cut back to Draco Malfoy. He goes to this other little girl named Noelle, and apparently Noelle is Carl's girlfriend, and he's like, Carl's living foul, Noelle, he cheating on you, girl. He just got this ring, the ring from, you know, Dave. Then Noelle think Carl cheating, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna go get that dusty, rusty scumbag. Then at the hospital where Dave and Ginger's mom work, because Ginger mom's the nurse and Dave's the doctor, which might explain the anxiety, he asked Ginger's mom to meet his mom. And so then Ginger's mom is like, okay, that's fine, I'm gonna go start cooking. So then it's a montage of them cooking. Meanwhile, back at the school, it's now after school, and Dodie's asking her mom for a ride home, and Dodie's mom's like, I'm gonna go hang out with Miranda. Miranda got clarinet practice, start dinner without me. Now cut to Ginger. I mean, the show is called As Told by Ginger. You think we see a lot more of the girl. She journals in her diary, oh my gosh, Dodie is so valid in her feelings. Her mom is unhinged. But if Dodie isn't careful, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. She might end up just like her mama. That's what Ginger said. Now it's at nighttime. Dodie's still crashing out. She tells her dad, oh my gosh, mom is being so embarrassing at school. She thinks she's one of the cool kids, like she's 40. This lady is old. What's going on? Then her dad shows her mom's yearbook, revealing that her mom was so not popular, just like Dodie. They look exactly the same. And he tells Dodie, if you don't learn to accept yourself, then you'll never accept yourself at all. Jump back to Ginger's house. Dave's mom is about to come over. The popular girls come first though. They go upstairs to visit Ginger, but I don't really know why, because Ginger's not popular. But again, I came in right on a random episode. But the popular girls tell Ginger, Dodie's mom isn't it. This is embarrassing. You got to get this lady contained. This is your friend. Ginger's like, okay, cool. I just got to tell Dodie. So Ginger gets her mom's permission, and then her and the popular girls go visit Dodie. Meanwhile, Dave's old mama finally come over, and she calls a ruckus, a disturbance. She start nitpicking Dave, and then saying rude comments to Ginger's mama. And I don't know where Ginger mama from, but Ginger mama, she don't take that mess. She give me, I'm very much so from New York. What we're not gonna do is that. Then Noelle busts up in the house talking about, Carl, I know you cheating. I see the ring on your finger. And Carl was hiding the ring the whole time. Long story short, Dave proposes. Dodie find out her mama is ranking stinking, and she go tell her mama the truth. Like, these girls really don't like you. It's embarrassing to everybody, all parties involved. Dodie's mom's like, okay, I'll stop. And the episode ends with a cliffhanger on Ginger's mom's answer to the proposal. This whole episode was wild. I felt like I was on a roller coaster making just left turns. So now finally my favorite part. Let's analyze analyze these characters and talk about it. First, which character was the most annoying? Dodie. Dodie got about 1 million bricks stuffed up in her jaw. That's why it's all swollen like that. 2 dodo birds stuffed up in her jaw. Talk about her mama humiliating her. Girl, calm down. I bet she could fit Mount Rushmore up in that jaw. Let me stop. Like, Dodie was valid in her crash out, because if your mom showed up trying to relive her glory days in middle school, you'd be like, lady, please. But every 5 seconds she was whining like, oh my gosh, HTBT, oh my gosh, you guys don't get it, Ginger. But comment down below, who do you think was the most annoying character from As Told by Ginger? Next, which character needed to get backslapped? Dodie mama. Cause what do you mean you're trying to impress the popular girls at my school by dressing up and cracking these jokes and ignoring me and I'm your daughter? Huh? This lady, she actually needs some psychological help. And then she said she was gonna go hang out with Miranda after school because she got clarinet practice. You're weird. That's a teenager. See, people like Dodie mama, you gotta watch out for girls like that. Girls who want to relive their glory days. Oh, I was so popular. I peaked in high school. I want to relive. I'm stuck in high school. I'm stuck in college. Da, 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 da. Move on. Cut it out. Now, who was the funniest character from the episode? Carl had me cracking up at the beginning when they were looking at rings, and he was basically telling the jeweler, like, okay, we on a budget. He said, we're looking to be on the high end of the low end, if you catch my drift. Just say you got $2 in a dream. Then when Dave is freaking out about Carl having the ring stuck on his finger and his mom seeing it, Carl puts a glove over his finger and then looks Dave dead in the eye, talk about he's high strung, and he says this: man, do you ever think about prescribing yourself something? Because he's a doctor. I said, sure enough, Carl, no, Dave need to be on some anxiety medication. Which character needed some counseling? Noelle, because why are you following Carl or going to his house, busting up in doing karate moves? Noelle need to be on watch. She need to be on surveillance. Which character from As Told by Ginger was the most surprising? Dodie Dad, because Dodie Dad dropping gems talking about if you don't accept yourself, then you'll never accept yourself at all. Like, yes, be yourself. Like Ginger said, and she was kind of shady when she wrote it in her journal, but the apple don't far too far from the tree. Dodie, even just me jumping into the series, jumping in on this episode, I could tell Dodie craved to be popular, reeking of desperation. And the reassurance from Dodie's dad was really good and applicable to life, right? Just be yourself, enjoy the moment, the right people will come. Finally, who was the most underrated character? I don't know this girl's name. I know the blonde girl was Courtney. This is when the popular girls were outside Dodie's house and they were trying to get her attention, and the Courtney girl threw a rock at Dodie's window. The rock repelled back and hit one girl in the eye, and then the girl was like, ow! And Courtney was like, that was exhilarating. Let's give this another go. And it hit the girl again in the eye. I said, oh Lord. Now let's get into the difference between watching As Told by Ginger as a kid versus as an adult now. Okay, let me just start by saying Ginger. I did not realize this girl, the show is called As Told by Ginger. Ginger is not even in the show, really. Like, she's there, but the show seems to be about everybody else, and maybe it was just that one particular episode, but I was waiting for more to happen. Mind you, As Told by Ginger gives me more Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, where it's very low stimulation, slow movement. But then there were so many characters and cutscenes, it made my head hurt. Like, as a kid, I remember watching it and freaked out by how they were drawn, and I remember how slow it was. Like, if you were sick at home from a day of school and As Told by Ginger was on, that fit the vibe. You know what I mean? Comment down below. Did you watch As Told by Ginger? Like, what was the vibe when you watched it? Did you watch it when you were sick home from school? Did you watch it after you ran home off the bus? Now, Dodie's mom's behavior as an adult, like, I feel like now we can really relate and see what's going on, because like I said earlier in the video, you do have those people who peaked in high school or peaked at such and such when they were the most popular, the most poppin', the most prevalent in that era of their life, and they just want to recreate it. They live life to recreate those moments. And being in that mindset is so dangerous, because you're not looking to learn and grow and expand as a person, but rather shrink to your former self, if that makes sense. Comment down below, do you know somebody like that? What's your experience with people wanting to relive their glory days? Oh, and the reason I said that Ginger was a little shady when she journaled saying Dodie don't fall too far from the tree, I say that because, girl, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Why am I, if I was Dodie, I would have said, Ginger, let's go outside, because I got to talk to you real fast. Why am I in your journal and you saying, oh, if she's not careful, she might end up like her mama? What you trying to say about my mama, Ginger? Say it to my face, Ginger. We can talk about it, Ginger. Also, there were so many daggone characters. I don't know if you realized from the summary, I tried to make my summary succinct or do like a play-by-play succinctly, but it was really hard with this show because every 5 seconds it cut to this, cut to this, cut to this, back home to this, I'm tired. Like, it's a slow show, but you have to keep up. This is not something you can turn on, because you know my type of humor, like I said, regular show, SpongeBob, you can turn on any one of those and immediately catch on. There's not much new going on. It's very formulaic in a way. So that was like, oof. And then the last thing I want to talk about is Dave proposing to Ginger's mom and him saying, I love Louise and I love her kids. Oh, he's a real one. And that's just so love right there. So powerful. Like, I love you so much. I also fell in love with your kids. I want the whole package. You are enough and you are exactly what I want for me. Dave ate with that. Comment down below. What do you think? Do you think Dave is a real man? Mind you, Dave needed some anxiety medication for them nerves. But that's all the time we have today. Comment down below your take on this about face episode of As Told by Ginger. And if you enjoyed this video and laughed, then you're gonna love my comedy mystery cartoon WKS. The pilot's out now. Go check that out next. Oh, and one last thing. Somebody tell me the name of the Draco Malfoy boy, because I promise you they did not say that boy name in the whole episode. Hit that like button and subscribe for more cartoon rewatch analysis videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!